In the ancient times when dinosaurs walked the earth, I mean 2002, there was a game called Zanzarah, the Hidden Portal. And probably it was the first creature collector game I ever played, and I must confess, this game is one of the reasons why I love fantasy worlds, fairies, dragons, and magic so much. But here we are in the future, and only one question remains. Is it worth to play Zanzarah now? Well, hit that like button and let's find out. And the first thing will be resolution, visual style. Yes, this game don't support all this fancy HD, Full HD, 4K. But you know what? It's not that bad. If you ever have a PlayStation 2 and play it, the visuals will be just the same, so visual style, graphics is okay. But maybe the story will be most exciting story of all times. No, friends, story will be pretty classical and pretty usual. Magical world is dying and you, human from the modern times, must go through the portal into this magical world and save it. Well, pretty classical story, but it's so magical, so beautiful and peaceful. I love it. Is this game expensive and will it ever run on my PC? What can I say? I get this game under $1 on Steam during the sale, and with the second part, will it run on your PC? We have a problem. I go through comments and reviews. Well, what can I say? You buying a lottery ticket. A half of users say it's okay, and half of users complain that the game just don't work well, or refuse to start at all. But remember, we always have a Steam refund option, a very good option. Personally, I experienced some freezing, especially during the dialogues, but in general it works fine. But what about the gameplay? Is it good? Gameplay is just amazing. We will have a huge world divided on zones, and these zones will be blocked by some rocks or maybe roots or other stuff. And here come creature collector part. You will need fairies to go through these obstacles. For example, you will need an earth fairy to go through rocks, or nature fairy to remove roots, or maybe a water fairy to cross water obstacles. And there will be tons of other stuff, finding orbs that will allow you to catch a creature, collecting the coins to buy more powerful spell, and catching that goblins that running all around. And of course, you must take care of your creatures, of your fairies, and there will be just crazy, completely insane amount of these fairies in the game, cause there will be more than 10 different elements: earth, water, nature, light, death, and other, and each of them represented maybe by 10 or 12 fairies, so there will be a lot of creatures for you to capture. And probably you already guessed that you will need these creatures, your fairies, not only to remove an obstacle, but to fight another fairies. And here we have some kind of first-person shooter. You will control a fairy, and during the fight you can have 5 fairies in total, and you can switch between them. Your opponents, your enemies, will also have a set of fairies, and all these fairies will be from different elements, and some elements have weaknesses and strong side against other elements. So you will have to switch your fairies to deal more damage to enemy fairy. And of course, your fairies will gain experience and level up. And when they level up, they can morph into more powerful fairy. You will spend a lot of time healing your fairies, buying them new spells, and finding a perfect combination, perfect team that can defeat an enemy. So, is it worth playing this RPG now, after more than 20 years after release? I say yes, and if you be lucky enough and this game will start on your computer, you will definitely get a very good and interesting adventure. Friends, I want to wish you some magic in your life, and I will see you in my next video. But don't rush, don't go away, enjoy the beautiful story.
Once upon a time, there was a hidden world, a world which still exists today. Zanzarah, the land of magic and sorcery. Far away from the sorrows of the humans, goblins, elves, and dwarves live here in peace. Zanzarah is their paradise. But this paradise is falling apart. The magic powers are running wild. Chaos is spreading everywhere. The old world is decaying and Zanzarah is likely to go down. Nobody knows why this is happening, and their last hope is that somebody from the world of the humans will save them.